Hey everyone, let's talk about the new changes for the Kharadron Overlords and their upcoming battle tome. Alright, so this first one we're going to start off is going to be a little painful. So, changes to transport. You can now only transport models in your own turn, and you cannot pull models out of combat. Frankly, this is a pretty big nerf, and it's going to pretty much change the way that the army plays. Alright, now let's talk about something good. Sky Vessels now have 2-up saves, which is huge. So few models in the game have 2-up saves to start with, and we've got a bunch here to choose from. The big boats did lose wounds to compensate. However, the gun hauler did not lose any wounds, and in fact gained 2 inches of movement, so stocks are up on the gun hauler. Flagship is no longer tied to the Admiral War Scroll and can be taken on any vessel, not just the big boats. Again, another small win for the gun hauler. Speaking of which, let's talk about the changes to the Admiral's War Scroll. The Admiral no longer gives free all-out attack to their flagship. The Admiral now gives re-roll 1s for their flagship. I think this is a good change because you probably wanted that all-out attack on a unit of Thunders anyhow. The Admiral also chooses any sky vessel within 24 inches and gives them +1 attack on their ranged weapons once per turn. This used to be a once per game ability, so this is a huge buff in my opinion. Cunning Fleet Master is just entirely gone. That was the ability to roll 2 dice on a redeploy. It is gone, again, really limiting the movement shenanigans of this army. The Etheric Navigator has also seen some pretty major changes. Previously, they would half enemy movement as well as giving you a small boost to your own. They can now choose a sky vessel or the auto engines, those little drones, and give them a teleport. When teleported, they must be placed at least 9 inches away from enemy units. However, if you choose a sky vessel, Navigator themselves can also be teleported. They must be set up wholly within 6 inches of the vessel and 9 inches away from enemy units. And as if you needed any more reasons to take a gun hauler, here's one new trick that they've gained. Previously, I mentioned that when transporting Skyfares, you could not pull units out of combat. However, the new Gun Hauler War Scroll allows you to do that with their ability called Long Line Slings. And these are just a couple of the changes in the new Kharadron Overlords Battle Tome. If you want to see these played on the table, make sure you check out our battle reports on the Hobby Collab.